when he says a thing, when he says the thing purity test, that resonates with me.
Following the December debate, CNN had a discussion with Elizabeth Warren about grassroots fundraising. And in this clip, I mean, it really appears that Van Jones claims that grassroots fundraising or swearing off face-to-face meetings with wealthy donors is elitist. Yes, that swearing off of that is elitist. Let me play the clip because it's a little insane.
How do you respond, though, when Pete says, you're a millionaire? You are a millionaire. Are you saying if I take money from you, I'm corrupt? I didn't hear you respond to that. If I run for office, but I never will, and I took money from you, would I be corrupt?
I said I don't sell access to my time.
So
whether you give me $5 or whatever is the maximum, I'm not spending my time doing call time. I'm not spending my time having private conversations with you.
Are you worried about this whole idea?
I'm not selling a photograph for $5,000.
Well said. But are you worried? When he says a thing, when he says the thing purity test, that resonates with me.
Yeah.
I do feel that there's something beginning to happen in the party where you've got to be pure on every issue. You've got to be above, and a lot of people start feeling left out and excluded by your kind of populism, which can sometimes sound elitist. Does that make sense to you?
You know, that's not how I see it. I don't think the American people are looking for purity. I think they're looking for someone who's trying. And that's what I'm doing. I'm out there trying.
Let me just pause this for a second because there's, half the video to go. Absurd. How she describes, meeting with wealthy donors face to face, it's a problem. That's why I'm, relying on grassroots fundraising. And then Van Jones, isn't it elitist? Isn't your purity test, what if I want to give you money? Isn't it elitist that you don't want to meet with wealthy donors? Now, he doesn't say that. He doesn't repeat her directly, but he follows he says this elitist comment following her comments about not meeting face to face with wealthy donors. Like, I don't know what happened to Van Jones because he was not this person. He used to be, a fairly left-wing progressive guy. And I kind of know what happened. He's on CNN now. These are the bubbles they operate in. They begin to make lots of money. And all of a sudden their worldview changes. This is what happens to not just politicians, but people in journalism or people on television. They get into these Washington circles and they take on this, this mindset that exists there where, we're awesome. The way we think is the correct way to think. And you're wrong if you question any of this. It's crazy. But let me finish this clip.
I'm out there trying. I said I'm going to run a campaign from grassroots donation. I suppose at that point I'm supposed to say, please go to elizabethwarren.com and pitch in $5 if you think that's how a campaign should run. I do call time. Do you know who I called in my last call time? A couple of people who gave $5 each, somebody who gave $20. Because
Senator, you didn't answer Chris's question, which is for 6 years you did raise money that way. Did you feel corrupted by the money you were raising?
Look, I saw what it is that people expect in return. And I also understand...
But you didn't give it.
I understand that the American people who watch this government work better and better and better for giant corporations and for rich people, want to hear someone who credibly can say, I will take on the billionaires, I will fight to beat back the influence of money in Washington. I'm building a grassroots movement, and you know what the number one thing we start with is? It's anti-corruption. I have the biggest anti-corruption plan since Watergate, and it's about campaign contributions and so much more.
Okay. I don't love her answer here. She could have just straight up admitted, when I began to hang around with some wealthy donors while raising some of that money, it's not that my policies changed, because I don't think she would admit that, but she could say, I began to feel myself taking on their worldview, even though I knew I didn't agree with it. A line like that, that's easy. Put that out. It's fine. You can admit that because you have now moved away from that. So she could say, and when I began to notice that, that's when I decided I can't take, big donor money for my campaign because I don't want that to impact me, because it's natural as a human to be impacted by your environment. She could have said that, would have been an incredible line. But she danced around the answer. So that's like, it's unfortunate. Elizabeth Warren has great moments, but it always feels like there's something that she won't say. Like she'll get to a point and she won't always get as far as you want her to get on these issues when it comes to explaining how she feels about certain policies or how she's impacted or how she would have felt impacted by money. She could have gone farther and she didn't.